Hey, everybody, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah,
Today, we're going to be looking at something I think a lot of people are interested in, and that's self-esteem.
very important.
Yeah, so we found this awesome book that is all about self-care and self-esteem, and it's got a ton of practical advice.
Mm.
And one of the things,
Practical advice is good.
yeah, one of the things that I thought was really fascinating was how the book talked about
hmm
the origins of low self-esteem, a lot of it coming from like childhood.
Right. Yeah. It's really fascinating how much our early experiences, particularly in childhood, shape our self-perception later in life.
Right.
It's like the foundation
Total.
upon which we build everything else.
Yeah, and they gave all these examples of things that can contribute to this, like a lack of praise or
Right.
like constantly being compared to siblings
Oh, yeah.
or even past traumas or,
Absolutely. And it's not just,
failures.
one isolated incident. It can create this kind of like negative feedback loop.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Interesting.
where a child who maybe struggles in math, they've had these past experiences of being compared or not receiving enough praise. So they already have this belief like, oh, I'm not good at school.
Right.
And then when they face a new math problem, that belief kicks in, they might give up easily. And then that struggle just reinforces the negative self-perception.
Oh, so it's just like a self-fulfilling.
Exactly, like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, so then it makes you wonder, how much are parents contributing to that,
Yeah.
even unintentionally?
Well, that's a really important point that the book delves into is how parents with low self-esteem can unknowingly contribute to their children's low self-esteem.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's like this, it can manifest in different ways, like being
Okay.
overly controlling.
Okay.
Maybe they're constantly saying no,
Yeah.
or they're pushing their kids into activities that the kids don't really enjoy.
It's like they're projecting their own.
It's almost like a projection of their own
Preference.
fears and limitations
Right.
right onto their children.
Yeah, and so then that's got to affect the kid, right?
Absolutely. So instead of, fostering that sense of wonder and exploration and letting the child kind of, discover their own interests and talents,
Yeah.
they're getting the message that their choices and interests aren't really valued.
Right.
It could be something as simple as constantly correcting their drawings or
Oh,
as, overt as forcing them into piano lessons
right.
when they'd rather be playing soccer.
So how do we break that cycle?
Well,
Right.
the book has this, this great tip, and it's a modified version of the 3 good things exercise.
Okay, I've heard of that
Yeah, have you heard of that?
for adults, but not.
Yeah, so this is for kids.
Okay.
It's really simple, but it's powerful because it helps rewire their brains towards positivity.
Okay.
So instead of focusing on what went wrong, you ask your child, what was good about today?
Oh, I like that.
Right, so it encourages them to actively search for those bright spots.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And if they get stuck, it's important for the parent to kind of jump in and model this positivity.
Oh, okay.
The book gives an example. Like you could say, well, I really enjoyed that sunny walk we took this morning. What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, instead of just letting them get away with a one-word answer, you could really encourage them to elaborate. Like,
Absolutely.
what did you like about this walk? Was it the fresh air? Was it, seeing the birds?
Exactly. You want to dig deeper.
Yeah.
And the more specific they can be, the
Right.
more they're really internalizing those positive feelings.
Yeah. So it's like training them to be their own little happiness
I
detectives.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of something else the book mentioned about how it's important to praise effort over outcome.
Oh, that's crucial.
Yeah. So instead of just saying great job on your drawing,
Mm-hmm.
you could say something like, wow, I see you really focused on adding lots of detail to that tree and it looks amazing.
I love that example because it shifts the focus to the process,
Yeah.
to the child's effort and choices.
Right.
And that really builds intrinsic motivation
Yeah.
and a sense of agency. It's telling them you have the power to create something beautiful.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
So even for people who aren't parents,
Yeah,
I think this is a really important lesson for all of us
absolutely.
to, take a moment each day to reflect on the good things,
Yeah.
no matter how small.
Big or small.
Yeah, it can really transform our outlook on life.
It's a practice that can benefit us at any age.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up today's deep dive, here's something I want you to think about.
Okay.
What is one good thing, no matter how small that happened in your day today? Take a moment to really savor that feeling.
I like that.
And remember,
Yeah.
keep diving deep and exploring those hidden depths within yourself and the world around you.
Keep your hair bang.
We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.